Hello, this is Jake Light, Gaming Light, your service. Welcome back to our stream. Another session of Ace Attorney Investigations. We are on our third episode. In game it's episode 2, but we're in the second part of the episode 2. And from what I can tell, it's going to be the end of episode 2, but I don't know if we have enough time to just get into a little bit of episode 3. We'll see. But yes, I hope everyone's excited as I am. Going to be finishing this plane thing that we're doing. Kinda, I think we still don't know what's happening and all that stuff. But we'll soon. Right? Without further ado, let's continue. March 12, 2:52 p.m. Flight G390, lower deck cargo hold. I don't really remember this area. Oh yeah, I need to do voice acting again. Oh no. Gom show. I'm Detective Gom show. Whoa, so this is the cargo hold, It's so big. Oh, there's a lot of those cases. This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating. So is this the real scene of the murder? There is certainly a high probability of that, which is why we are here, correct? Okay, let's get investigating, sir. Alright. It's a suitcase. Hey, what's with the suitcase, pal? It's what the victim checked in, sir. Alright, just give random voices to police officers and bailiffs, alright? So this suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look. There's nothing out of the ordinary in here, sir. Wait, a file?
Congratulations. You're the first.
Welcome, Cinnamon. Hope you had a good sleep. And there's a photo of this one cover it, sir. Looks like a profile on Francisca. Oh, okay. Why did Mr. Hicks have documents of Francisca in his possession? Why would Mr. Hicks have a file? Have had a file on her? That's not evidence, right? It's not evidence. Highly flammable stuff. All sorts of boxes are piled up here. This one says flammable, and this one says pharmaceuticals. This one says for exorcism use only. Just what kind of operation is this airline running? Indeed. They would actually label it for exorcism. Unfortunately, my insomnia arc. Oh no! No insomnia arc. Is there no way to treat it? Are you just gonna wait until you actually fall asleep, I guess? Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew. This sure brings back memories of where I work as a part-time mover, sir. I'd look in his eyes. He's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. No matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. Damn. I didn't know that this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo. It's Zhengfa. It's a big China country. Playing with Noxamuki since that game literally killing me. Okay. Why are you playing a game that's killing you? This takes as tall as two of you on top of each other, sir. It would probably take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of this monstrosity. What? Really? Yeah, I guess that sounds about right. There's really no need to take that throwaway estimate seriously, Detective. I guess we'll look at the colorful suitcases. Holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth. It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair. This must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. The ones the company's planning to dispose of after this flight is over. This paint job is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy. Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness. You think so? Yeah, maybe I will. Let's see. $1,200. I think I'll pass. And Miss Teniro wonders why they don't sell. You need 2 jobs just to buy one. Okay. 2 jobs? Are you saying Gumshoe is paid like $600 a month only? Although, it definitely looks like one is missing. What is this brittle substance I'm stepping on? It's a bunch of glass fragments. Glass fragments! You would have seen a glass fragment somewhere. Oh, oh, oh. Chung. I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses. And the victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses lenses. Ergo, the victim was here, just as I suspected. So you're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir? Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now? Oh, is it? I didn't know that. Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find a murder weapon. Okay. I guess we talk to Francisca. You arrive at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And you then immediately began to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you were already here at this airport for something besides this murder. Yes, I was. I've been following a very large and involved governmental international crime. It is much too large for one person to take on alone. So Diverse decided I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Interpol is involved. It's a top secret operation. Again, I really can't tell you any more than I already have. Okay. Do I have anything to show you? Francisca? I don't think this is anything relevant. Nothing relevant. Nothing relevant. I think so. Where have I spoken? This police. Have you noticed anything strange happening around here? No, sir, I haven't noticed a thing. I'm not sure that he meant to sound so oblivious. Okay. Anything else? This elevator? Oh, I just love pushing buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Yeah, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it. The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, Detective. It can't move. Oh yeah, I guess nothing would happen if you push it now. Well, nothing would happen normally anyway, without a special keycard. Both the door to the attendance room and the elevator's controls panels require a keycard, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here. Okay. Unless I need to present something. Doubt there's anything else I can examine here. I go back up. See. Oh. Okay. No, I can't go away from here. So my last thing to do would be to talk to her, see if she has any information. Something, I guess. Oh wait, I can examine this. Well, there's nothing to examine really. Just a miscellaneous said. The timestamp says she bought the suitcase at 5:40 a.m. Okay. Present it. There's something much more urgent we should be dealing with right now. Don't waste my time on yours. Okay. Nothing presented here is gonna be useful. Yeah, what about this? Not this. How about this? Not this. This. That's the victim. It's infuriating to see him crumpled on the floor like that, lifeless. I will catch the one who did this to him in myself. I swear it. This has really worked over the victim. Okay. Okay, it's the same dialogue. I don't think anything else would actually anything to him. Yeah. Alright, I must be missing something here. Oh wait, what? I have something to connect this? I'm dumb. Okay, this one. I'm really dumb. I'm dumb. I thought there was only one piece of evidence and stuff. Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Francisca? Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir. Francisca said that she can't come to this airport as part of an Interpol investigation. Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here and he followed her. Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was, in actuality, Interpol agent Hicks. I think Francisca has some explaining to do. Oh, okay. I see. You came to this airport to rendezvous with a victim, didn't you? Nonsense! What are you talking about? We found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol agent Hicks. Isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figured it out, Niles. But it looks like they got to him first. So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then? Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. Okay. He went undercover to investigate this crime. And it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phones once he had landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. I think we now have pretty definitive evidence. Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold. What was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. He forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Wow! Agent Hicks came here for a work-related reason. Of that I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Francisca, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation? No, unfortunately, I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see. This raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered a cargo hold with that person who let him in. Yes, and then he was murdered here. These glass fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that. And then, killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases, and they entered the elevator. While they were riding it up, the plane hit that patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open, and Agent Hicks' body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. Some smart detecting. I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. What? Really, sir? I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. The killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Teniro. You're wrong. If it was a crew member, any of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. The point to keep in mind is the keycard that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Teniro. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. So I feel like I need to press stuff, but I don't have like a direct contradictory evidence. If it was a crew member, any of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. That might be true, but it could be anyone, including Miss Mill or even a captain. Don't be a fool. A plane without a pilot in the cockpit is like a horse without a rider, crop in hand, much like a scruffy over there. Eee! I guess it's like eee! Like that, like a like a horse. I can't disagree with her on that. Detective Country does always need a guiding hand. Very well. And what about the other flight attendant, Miss Mill? I thought you might ask about her. This keycard allows the average to come down here.
Hold it.
Anyone can steal it, right? I can't just suggest that. But it's highly likely that the keycard was stolen from Miss Teniro. Yeah, yes, Edgeworth.
Objection.
It's highly likely. Is that possibly the best you can come up with? And you call yourself a disciple of my father? Ugh. Yes, well, I don't have any evidence. Be quiet. You're a disgrace. There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Teniro, you know? It's not just the keycard that gives her away. You're talking about a murder weapon, the Captain Hugo piggy bank. Yes, she is also the only person with a key to open that display case. This is new. Can I present something about this? This was taken out its display case in a flight shop after the turbulence. This matter the key to display case. I guess it would be the suitcase display receipt, right? Because if she murdered before the turbulence happened, then does it make sense it would be here or something? I feel like this is the evidence, but I could be wrong. Let me check then. Well, see if this is the thing. Oh, I guess not. I guess we need to press this new statement again. But that is a Stop right there, Miles, at first. You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. If you must keep on insisting that it's a fake, Then what is the real murder weapon, and where did it go? Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as a murder weapon. Should be examined further as some ascertain the authenticity of the weapon. The body. Francisca, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, Versailles? Yes, we don't even have the autopsy results yet. You know, the updated one. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks' head is consistent with a murder weapon? Scruffy! Yes, sir. Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks' autopsy. Yes, sir. We've got a big problem, Mr. Ashworth, sir. The body's missing. What is it, detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they say that they already know this one thing for sure. Report now. The docs say that it's one giant bruise from beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back, it was beaten over such a wide area. Well, I'd say maybe it's a sign the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It was just his head. Killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir. Instantaneous death resulting from blow to the back of head. There's also bruising, head to mid-back. Scruffy, what is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? Well, that's, It's a wound on the victim's head, consistent with a murder weapon, detective. Oh well, they said they were still looking into that, sir. You're completely useless. Yo! There, I told you already, you can't go down there. No, you remove yourself from my way. I'm guessing that's the good. What is all that racket? Yeah, it's a dude again. I look at you, my cargo. They are a reminder and I demand you return them to me. Investigate the cargo. Please understand, have a little patience. I suppose there is no choice. Finally, I think. What are you? You have let me no choice to use the strong force. I don't know. You won't get past me. Oh, he's gonna die. Wait, that's it. So that's what this whole thing has been about. Oh, so that's how he got the bruises and all that stuff. Somewhere from it proves that this is the real murder weapon. While he's falling, the mouse is like, yes, I know everything now. He's dead. Had trauma from that fall, he's dead. Say that it's one giant bruise, blah 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 blah. He died from a fall. Nobody could find anything that could be considered a real weapon in the hole. Because cause of death. No. This is there some way from here to prove that this isn't a real weapon. Agent Hicks was on the trail of an international smuggling ring. Cause of death. Extensive bruising from back of head to down mid-back, as if severely beaten. Nobody could find it. Find that could be considered a real weapon in a hold. So this weapon is a real weapon. This one connects this one, right? This. What now? Let's see, a clear connection between these two pieces of information. I already figured it out, but it won't let me. Blah, 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 blah. So nobody could find anything that could be considered a real weapon in the hold. Agent Hicks was on the trail of an international smuggling ring. Doesn't connect. A way for me to prove that this isn't a real weapon. This doesn't connect with this one. This kind of connects with this one, but I think it's wrong. Yeah, so this is not right as well. Is there some way for me to prove that this is a real weapon? This one? I haven't chosen this one yet. Yeah, so I can't use smuggling now. So Captain Hugo, piggy bank. Is this maybe? This is gonna use up all my. Wow, okay. This one then? Okay, for some reason they connect with each other. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. Is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? Yeah, but it doesn't make sense to like connect those clues together, though. The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. A sizable weapon. Okay, so it's this. Large weapon. Good try. If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out. But so far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally, it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. What was that all about? Was he trying to chop his way down there? Francisca. What? What do you want? I found it, Francisca. I found a real murder weapon. You did? He really chopped. We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time. It might be her. We should check on him, sirs. There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit. This coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across. Anyway, if you really are a prosecutor, then you back yourself up with evidence. You two aren't listening at all, are you? Come on then, show me this real murder weapon you speak of. I don't have evidence to show. I don't have any evidence to show you. Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool, from a foolishly foolish fool meant to fool me. What do you mean by I don't have any evidence to show? Perhaps I should have phrased it as that, which caused Agent Hicks' death is incorporeal. Forgive me, I do believe I have figured out what was the real cause of death. Free fall. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. Fell to his death? Yes. This is the only plausible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back. The only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death. But the murder happened inside this plane. I know. Are you claiming that there is some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from? As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time. You can't mean. Yes, I do. The victim fell from top of the stairs of this very cargo hold. Whoa! Dan, we're in trouble. We may have a second death on our heads, sirs. Hey, you! Tell me you aren't dead, pal. Quiet! Why are you screaming? He's alive. And there you have it, Mr. Miles Atworth. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. The man is living proof of that. I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances. The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean? Suppose the large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would happen then? He would have been a Bojanian pancake for sure, sir. I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing, but the reality is that the cargo box is there. So there is no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios. Maybe there now, but there is no proof that it was always there. Huh, as if there could have been a winter of time when the giant box was not there. Ah, but there was. Huh? What can I use to show her that it's possible the box was not always where it is now? It's this.
Take that!
You revealed in the Republic of Zhengfa? Yes, this flight had a short layover in Zhengfa in order to refuel. That wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. Oh, it's labeled Zhengfa Express. Correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zhengfa. Okay. Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on the same time? It would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe Zhengfa leg of the flight. Damn, that's a weird name. Making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could fall into his death entirely possible. Ah, but your theory is still very far-fetched. Then allow me to chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail. Let's go examine it. This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. A leaf red statue. Never heard of it. Nor I. What I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Yeah, let's get investigating, sir. Blip, 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 blip. Police officer's like, okay, I give up. Look here. Do not go about touching my possessions without my permission. Don't rush up on me like that, pal. So this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. Oh. Okay. I'll have to appease Mr. LeBlanc. I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc. Of course it is mine. I ship it this fine of from Europe. As I leave a red statue, it's worth 10 million cents, you know. Maybe much more. Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold. So 10 million cents would be $100,000? 10 million. No, 10 million, 1 million, $100,000, right? Yeah. 10 million cents. I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, detective. God, how did you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better and seeing right through me every year. Though I grow with the revolution of the planet around the sun, I have the distinct impression it continues to madly spin in place. Mr. Edward, so that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars? Does it really matter? Make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, there's a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer. It is a very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching. Okay. Guess I need to do some connecting. Smuggling. Valuable piece of art. Chung. I'm getting. It's like absolutely. It is going to be the thing to convince or to intimidate Mr. LeBlanc. If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, and it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Zhengfa, I think I need to question him a bit further. Fake statue. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might be a fake. What? How dare you say my art is fake? I suspect your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. Don't say such fantastical things. Those thieves would not dare. I have the certification of my cargo right here. Do you mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zinc LeBlanc, why did you not say so earlier? Please show it to us at once. Okay. Airway bill. I can't read this. What does it say? It says it's plain as day the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe. And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. The statue was brought on board in Europe, just as it states in this certificate. No, that's... Which means that there never was a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. The Borginian proved that the statue was loaded on board in Europe. So the plane went to Europe first, then only went to Zhengfa. Is it? I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. And you can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see I am right. This. I know I've seen this somewhere before. This is the olive red. It gives off such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it. This statue has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at a museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it. It's about being shipped by a Muslim who claims it is worth 10 million cents. Okay. I believe a closer look is warranted here. Look at it. So, this is the infamous olive red statue, Then why is there nothing red about it? What is it, Mr. Ashworth? Did you find something? There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it in more detail. I'm gonna guess I have to like compare this with the picture I have. Its eyes! Chong. Let's just do this. Chong. Eureka! His eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Yeah, pretty. They remind me of sunsets where I was in a great school, sir. I don't think you see what I'm talking about. No, I do. But it's really like the color of the sun where it's setting, sir. Oh, the memories. I remember standing out in the field, spinning with my arms out until I felt ill. I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? Oh, sir, they're red. As I thought. The statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc. What do you want? Do you know that I'm a busy man? I allow you 2 seconds for your answer. Olive Red. I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? It is the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. At a great successor, sounds like this is gonna be a long story. Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy. But what is that? Sympathy? For what? You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes. That larger fellow there has a very bright and pretty eyes compared to you. I wasn't talking about the 2 of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo. Why the sudden yelling now then? Oh! It is a photo of the statue on display at the museum in Europe. No! Ah! Now, do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake. A fake! I believe that even further examination will be required, now that we have confirmed that this is indeed a fake. There must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Jungfa. Now we'll present to you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. Aha. There is more stuff. This, maybe? What's this? The statue looks like it's... The statue looks like it's stepping all over his neighbor's cloth carver. The carver resembles his owner's attitude, it says. Ho ho. Yo, what did you say now? Further, my clothing's hem is not being stepped on by anyone. It is too expensive for me to allow that to happen. Please forgive the trespasses of my subordinates. Why would I forgive the trespassers? Unless it is an expensive dress, you keep it. Okay. So, let's say this contradicts it. Yeah. How do I do that? Because if this was in the plane all the time, it wouldn't be stepping on this piece of cloth. I'm gonna deduce, I guess. Deduce. Soldier on board during the refueling point. Yeah, this one. Oh no! That's not it. Oh, bloody hell, you. Oh, wait, it is. Damn it. There is clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of cargo. Cover getting stuck under another piece of cargo. That's not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way. But the statue is on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Jungfa, there's no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Jungfa. But then what about the cargo certificate? Let me ask you in return. What about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There's only one reason. To secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight. So you say, I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. He could have just easily inspected all of the cargo after the plane landed. That may be true. However, you have it backwards, Francisca. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. After that time, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner. He would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge. Which means there's someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. Ta-da! Investigation complete, and I heal everything. I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh? Yes, well, this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir. It was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold. Rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all he had to do was hold Jungfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe Jungfa leg of the trip, there would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer, move this statue immediately. I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath, now! Miss Karma, I'm ready to report my findings. Go on. Sorry, go on. After moving the Aliferator statue off the way, we tested the area under it with luminol, and there was a reaction. I see. There was a reaction to luminol, an indication that there was blood in that spot. Yeah. Can we stop looking now, sirs? It would seem that my deductions were correct after all. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned the blood up well. And how do you think the killer did that? How did the killer clean up all the blood? With grape juice. With the Borginian cloth.
Take that!
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see. He had a need to clean out all the blood before the plane landed in Jungfa. Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. So you guys are saying that the murder weapon before the plane landed in Jungfa? There's no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. But if that is true, and that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Jungfa, and this becomes highly suspect. I don't recall any of their testimony. My guess is Miss Mail, though. If the murder occurred before we landed in Jungfa, then this becomes highly suspect. I wish I can see the testimonies, but this is like them testing my memory. I can't remember crap from last week, specifically who said what. My guess is someone's testimony is contradictory because they mentioned the murder happening after they landed the Jungfa. It could be all three of them. But I suspect Miss Mills. I'm gonna choose Miss Mill. Recall Miss Mill's testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we departed Jungfa. I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in a seat at 5 a.m., you know. He claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time to serve his calls, but that totally contradicts the facts, sir. But why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Meal herself. To be continued. Yes. It's nice. Oh, it automatically moved me to the next empty spot. I'm gonna take this time to hydrate. Yeah, so I guess I really wish I remember what the other testimonies what he meant by the other testimonies, because Mr. Nero and LeBlanc also had a lot of testimonies, so like not really a good way to do things. But this is more of like just testing your memory. And I did it without really knowing what it was. I just like had higher suspicion is on Miss Mill. That's why we did that. Anyways. 3:35 p.m. Miss Mill. Stop pretending to be asleep, Miss Mill. Do you recall what you said earlier about when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhengfa? What? that poor cat. You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that's simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhengfa. Oh, Miss Camille. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Mill. But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well, Miss Mill. If you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was in a flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Okay. How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Mill, wake up! Okay. She fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Okay. Press her!
Hold it!
Miss Mill, wake up! I'm awake, I'm awake. Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this flight attendant this instant. Why ask me to wake her up when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use? Because she doesn't whip other women?
Hold it!
If I remember correctly, food was being served in first class and the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m. Yeah, but that kind of stuff's run by Miss Rhoda. What were you doing in the attendance room at that time? Eating and then having a most delicious dream. You mean you were neglecting your duties? No way. Sleeping's part of our job too, you know. Okay. Wake up.
Hold it!
Miss Mill, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up. Can't wake up. Oh, I'm awake, I'm awake. Ouch! What did you wake me for, sir? Oh, what did I miss? A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead. Really? Sorry about that. You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony. Okay.
Hold it!
Sounds like a lie. So you were alone the entire time, were you? Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi. Oh, well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yeah, why not? Miss Mill, there's a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. Huh? What are you talking about? It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m. Because reasons. Pick there's a passport inside. Document instantaneous death. 3 to 4:30 a.m. It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room because of the suitcase. Bought at the in-flight shop and left in attendance room. The timestamp says 5:40 a.m. Yeah, this one.
Take that!
I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Mail. Huh? Receipt? For what? It's for the suitcase Mr. Nero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m. Mr. Nero. Yes. Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have her locked up by now. I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten up your complex lie. Now then, Mr. Nero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from the first class down to the first floor in flight shop, right? Correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase, after which I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off. And did you see Miss Meal there at the time? No. So, Miss Meal, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Miss Cammy Meal. Huh? The bathroom? I'll be the one to ask the questions here. Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know. Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true. It's the truth. Cross my heart. I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage. You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Reason for suspicion. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. Do you think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too? She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. Please leave Miss Tennier out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda. Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I? Never mind. But you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of like... Absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. Rhoda likes Edgeworth. Now's not the time for this sort of talk. Only justice we have time for. Just gonna press everything. No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies. But say I wasn't an attendant. You wouldn't suspect me then, would you? Yes, I suppose that's true enough. Okay. Let's press everything. She's already being detained for further questioning. Or have you already forgotten? Oh, yeah. Guess I just forgot. Cammy, don't tell me you suspect me too. Sorry, can't help it. I mean, other than you, there's no one else who could have done it. I can't believe you would think that. I mean, me, a killer? Miss Mill, what did you mean just now by no one else could have done it? She's the one in charge of the keycard and shop.
Hold it.
And what are you in charge of, Miss Mill? I take care of the attendant's room. That doesn't count. Oh, but I spend so much time in there. It might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Ashworth, Cammy is very talented in languages, so she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Borginian. She's the only one on this flight who is fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place? What else could I have meant? Yeah, so I'm really good at Borginian. She's fluent in Borginian. I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borginian. Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Borginian. Very interesting. Okay. Oh, you're in charge of Tantus room and some Borginian stuff. I'm gonna press this just in case, but it could be I need to just present something over that same. So, what exactly do you do as the one in charge of some Borginian stuff? I do stuff like translate things from into Borginian. Cammy is the only member of the crew who understands Borginian, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Mill, I take it that as your job, it is your job to process all the Borginian paperwork. Yeah, see, I totally pull my weight around here. So it would appear. Perhaps I should ask her for a few more details about her work and... Miss Mill, it's very unladylike to push suspicion onto someone else. It's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just saying that Miss Rhoda is very sus. There you go, pushing everything onto her again. I don't get what you're saying. Must be a really abstract concept, huh? The only thing abstract here is the landscape inside your head. Okay, so let's see. It is this statement, and we need to do something about this. But it is a fake one, so I'm gonna present this then.
Objection.
So, you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Borginian. Is that correct? Oh, yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Borginia for a while. If that is the case, the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Mill. Without your participation, the smuggling of the leaf red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you. Uh-oh. She has changed. It's gone on to a second form. Oh, so that's how she was blowing bubbles. Oh, I won't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It is exactly as you say. Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling? No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on the document, but you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There is no direct correlation, after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper. Really, all you did was sign it. I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So, sorry about that. seems that she's finally woken up. It's going to be one tough fight. Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection!
If you were involved in smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on display for work purposes. So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case. What are you talking about? Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First, it was myself, and now it's Miss Tiniro who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't. Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her. This evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tiniro from the very beginning. Captain Hugo, piggyback.
Take that!
This piece of evidence will answer all of our questions. Are you sleep presenting or something? Oh, it's not it? As you can plainly see, I'm wide awake. I'm afraid you failed. You're making so little sense that I thought maybe you were asleep. Blah. Talk about Miss Dr. Sleepy, Mr. Hyde's transformation. Okay. Is this it? But it was a piece of evidence was uncalled for. Stay calm. Think carefully. Present the condemning evidence. Alright, if that's not it, I'm guessing it's this one.
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? He's grabbing the plushie by its head. The only way all of his actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tiniro for the murder. Miss Tiniro buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in a in-flight shop, and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. Okay, makes sense. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree? Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway? That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. Where the murder took place, when the murder took place, who the murder took. Where the murder took place, when the murder took place, murder victim, who the victim is. Who the murder victim it was. The killer was at a loss of what to do with Agent Hicks' body, but as it just so happened, there were a bunch of empty suitcases nearby. Being a skinny man, the killer thought to put his body in a suitcase and hand it off. Oh no, that's not what I was thinking, but okay, I was wrong. You mean the whole plan to frame someone was an elaborate coincidence? No, that's not what I said. You're wrongly deduced my meaning, Miss Mill. Vander with the following instructions, it's you. Think before you speak again. Ugh. Patience, Francisca. I was about to reveal the truth. Special circumstances dictated need for blah 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 blah. I guess where the murder took place then. Special circumstances simply that murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Mr. Nero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Mr. Nero or myself, but you, Miss Camille. Only you, and you alone, could be the killer. Oh, and no. Oh, then time to see if this actually works then. It works! Auto shout out claim. Yeah,
Nice.
baby.
A double squish? Holy fucking shit! Cyber, what the fuck did you just do? You got a triple bomb and a double squish? You killed everyone!
I am.
Holy fucking shit!
Must be an old clip though. Hello, no, thank you for raiding. I hope you enjoyed Overwatch 2. And yeah. Thank you for raiding, and also I'm guessing you're gonna rest and all that. Please do so. Alright, you might be tired and all that. But yeah, anyone else is welcome to just lurk if you wish to lurk. No problem. I'm just a lawyer that's playing some lawyer game and doing some silly voices. But yeah, without further ado, let's continue. Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. No sleep for me? Oh, okay. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. Ugh. God damn you. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. Isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture. The missing cell phone, I guess. I feel like that's the only thing.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not. That's because it went missing, and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? The complex puzzle that this is this case. There was one piece I kept getting stuck on. That is the victim's cell phone. Francisca, we were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks' cell phone. At least, that's what you told me. That's right. Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. I mean, the killer took the phone with him. Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. Ha ha ha. Come on. Get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? We won't know until we've tried a little experiment, will we? Francisca, I'd like you to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do. Beep beep boop boop beep beep boop boop. Agent Hicks' phone. It's ringing from somewhere, sir. I hear it, Detective. Now, where is it coming from? From you? Miss Mill, wake up! Sorry, Mr. Ashworth. I got sleepy all of a sudden because it sounds like lullaby I used to love as a child. Nah, find that cell phone fast. Over here? It sounds like the phone is up in the flight attendant's room. We better hurry to the flight attendant's room, sir. Okay. Poppy, 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 poppy. March 12, 4:12 p.m. Flight G. The ring is coming from somewhere in here, sir. Leave no stone unturned, Detective. Gumshoe, we must find it. Here? It seems to be over here. Let's look somewhere else, sir. I'm guessing it's Tenero's. The ring's coming from in here, sir. What? No, it can't be. There's gotta be the victim's cell phone. That's whose locker is it? Is this, sir? It's Miss Tenero's. What? No. Did she slip the phone in there? Well, I guess when she stole the keycard. So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone? I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Mr. Nero's locker. What? But... Rhoda Tenero. I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away. Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed his cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time. This is related to the keycard, alright? In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. It is the one bird we cannot ignore. Should I do? Miss Francisca's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then. Why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? Must have something very incriminating on or in it.
Hold it!
What now, Niles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. The back. I click on this. It must be the switch that opens the phone. Oh, interesting. It's cracked here. The LCD is broken. Without the screen, can't even place a call with this. When did they start putting keyboards like this into cell phones? Hey, this is one of those computer cell phones that they started selling recently. Computer cell phones? Yeah, it's got a computer in it, and it's a cell phone. Neat, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? All you need in a phone is the phone part, nothing more. Damn, this is such an old game. I'm guessing you always got even send out email. Talk about inconvenient. Damn, Gumshoe has a better phone than Edgeworth? Do you have a problem with what I do and do not care for, Detective? Oh, no, sir. As they say, simple is best. Okay. So there's nothing to examine in here. How about a camera? Ah, it's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of a smuggling? Francisca, I need you to confirm something. The cell phone, can it take pictures? Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know how about this kind of basic stuff, sir. This looks like a very similar model to my own. Mine can take photos just fine. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case. If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for our killer smuggler. The phone's all busted up, sir. Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone. Nah, find a way. Don't you worry about that. Oh, maybe I go back to sleep now.
Objection!
The LCD screens on the outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What? What do you mean by that, Francisca? It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone. Francisca, your phone, if you please. Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now. That's some advanced tech though. No need to do like access any app to like or look at the screen to transfer data into a different phone. This is this. Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case. Hey, at least that's the way this picture. But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right? Ouch, she's right. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks' killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? I would say it's this. The fact that all the suitcases are in this photo is odd. Agent Hicks was still alive at the time. So what exactly is so odd about suitcases that haven't been used yet being there? Yes, well, I was only pointing it out things that are different between now and then. Well, off-topic ramblings have put this attendant to sleep yet again, Miles Edgeworth. I'll give Sleepyhead here a rude awakening, a deafening objection and a contradiction. Bed sheets? Boxes of bed sheets. These are still in the cargo hold though. There's nothing unusual about them in particular, but I can't shake the feeling. If you're just playing around, mind if I go home? Yes, I mind. What exactly is different between then and now? What's all this? Oh, they are a cargo shipper from Virginia to Jungfa. The reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Jungfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of boxes is written in Borginian. It says blip blop blip blop blop. It is cloth in English. Cloth. Could it be? Is this where the killer? What? What a voice and a scary face. Miss Neal. Yes? It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is. Ha! Maybe you should force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. The Borginian cargo and this piece of evidence will point us straight to killer. The Borginian cloth. Soiled by blood.
Take that!
And what is that supposed to prove? The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe out the blood they had spilled. There was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? Now, I finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Jungfa had cloth written on it. Borginian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed a piece from to clean up the blood with. That's right. the killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Camille. That's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Borginian. Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature. What? There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then, logically, the killer would have opened this box first. This box.
Take that!
Hey, it says bedsheets in English right on the box, sir. Precisely. Bedsheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say? So, what are you trying to say? That if I were the criminal, this box of bedsheets would be what I would have spotted first. However, the killer chose to use some Borginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold, so they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Borginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color. Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Java. That's right. That's why the Borginian cloth was used. The only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Camille. You and you alone. Nah. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Jungfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So, what do you say, Miss Mill? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Jungfa? She still has something up her sleeves? No! Ooh, oh no! Bubbles popped! He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. Started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. Nobody's gonna get that reference. Anyways. We finished making all arrangements to take the suspect. It's very good, detective. How about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that? They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully, we can get more out of her day. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure. The ring behind this whole mess means serious business. Looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. Mr. Ashworth, I just wanted to say how much I appreciated everything you did. Thank you very much. It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that, well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. Or you're giving me the blood-soaked the blood-soaked suitcase as a souvenir? That's... I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it. No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer. Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. And remember, We here at GoU Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Now, I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue, no matter where you go.
I can't believe we wound up investigating a whole day, sir. But boy, was it fun. Yes, investigating murder cases is so fun.
Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Francisca?
Oh, she's filing out some customs paperwork for departure.
Departure?
Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from one country to another, chase down some leads regarding her case.
Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserved earlier?
You got it, sir.
Springs Airport. Oh, we gotta have fine few words with Francisca. Francisca. I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met. I also have no time for such familiar reminiscences. Just who do you think I am? You are Francisca von Karma, a very proud prosecutor, deserving of much respect. Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing Purite, living her life on the name and fame her invincible father built. True, your father Manfred von Karma didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. Plus, there is another agent on this case with me. Oh, another agent. He's a star among Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows? You may even run into him one day. I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths. I suppose. I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full.
And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy, though I will have to watch out for a wig.
Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation.
Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm going to celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight.
Just how much did you cut this salary by, Francisca? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office.
Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in a patrol car if you want.
Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francisca von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. Leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play, and players on the other side of this war would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Edgeworth speaking.
Finally, I called you who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through.
And you are?
Have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy?
Oh no, who is this? Ernest Armano? Who's Ernest Armano? Ah, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Mouse. My son has been kidnapped. Bum, bum, bum. Who's been kidnapped? Don't know who. The end. We still have some time. We can do another episode. But first, let's save. Alright. Rather short and do more. Good for everyone. Let me hydrate first. Yeah, baby. And I guess the ending was not that too hard. It was going to be more complicated than that. I had to like look at the guides and stuff. But it's only really complicated when testimonies, you don't know which one to press, which one to contradict. As always, that's the problem with Ace Attorney games. They are not straightforward. Oh well, at least I don't know if it has always been a thing, but at least whenever you finish a section of the game, your health will recover, not like before, which is annoying. Kidnap Turnabout, which is wow, that's 3 more episodes. March 13th and 11 a.m. Question mark. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Ashworth. I'll be following every movement with my binoculars. Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You can call on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make ransom drop-off. I absolutely don't remember this at all. Oh, he really is using a suitcase. Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside this suitcase. Now, all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I'm guessing, yeah, the suitcase is a different suitcase, it's just that there's lots, okay. The, what do you call? Picture used was incorrect. Wonder who else is around. This is a meeting place after all. Hey, pulling the luggage animation. Welcome to Gatewater Land. Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Okay. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Oh, that's too bad. Well, have a good day. The Blue Badger is the killer! Bum bum bum. Hello? Who are you? Yeah. You're not Ernest Armano. It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Ashworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I brought the ransom money with me. I say, in that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. Bum, 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 bum. The Governors. Governors. Wait, do I know about the Governors? Is it that Rockstar or Prosecutors band? I feel like maybe. Actually speaking. Also Battle Magicians Max, Galactica, and Troop Gamma. I guess it's like a reference to the stuff that happened in, or is it foreshadowing? Because I believe this House Edgeworth Investigations is before Apollo Justice. I think it is. Our Max Galactica is on the first trilogy. The Governors, I think the Governors maybe is not the thing. Maybe, I don't know. Can't recall the name. Next, come to the haunted house. Just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? That's for me to decide. You don't have too much opportunity here, my friend. I suppose not. I've arrived. Go inside. Look at the mirror. Dun, dun. Oh, I know this part.
Hydrate.
Hey Ethan, I will hydrate again. Yes. Let me do my hydrate. Alright, let's see what's gonna happen in this creepy haunted house. What a dismal place. That's it. Go through the doors. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? Alright. Have a good nap. Give the money and go now. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. Dun, dun, dun. There's a very quiet person. Oh no! I got smacked! Ugh. It was a trap. That's right. Yeah, Cabby. Get the deal. Who is that? What are you talking about? Split. Police. Alright. In front of it up. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Oh. That's a lot of different kinds of badges. The third badge is the creepiest one, I guess. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop off. It was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the most powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano Group. Is this like a pun for an earnest man? An earnest man? A man earnest, an earnest man, Armano, I don't know, man. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things never grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. No! Was that you making that funny sound? I'm guessing that's an... I recall this scene, so I can know who that might be. Who's there? And how dare you laugh at the gentleman's plight? Yay, it's the ninja girl! With a key as a hairband. Hairpin. HD? Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers? Kidnapper? Me? No way! I'm not into such petty crimes. Yep, I'm after something much, much bigger. Oh, you're the Yatagarasu. I recognize that pin. Ah, must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Ahem. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's plight. And that one is me. I am the great thief, Yatagarasu. Great thief? Did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu? Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. A key for a day? I don't know. Because she has a key. You can call me Kay, Kay? Good. Glad it's settled. That's not funny. Not quite. I've mountain questions for you. But first, if you're so kind as to remove these ropes. I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know? This rope goes through here, and there you go. What a relief. I owe you my thanks. It's okay. You can pay me back in full later. Now then, what question should I start with? Fortunately, I can already tell nothing's going to be easy with this cheeky girl. You call yourself a great thief. Yet, are you really a thief at all? You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? That's not the part I have a tough time believing. I am the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right? What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. It's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. He's a very logical person. Although, you know, what about past crimes? You say you're the Yatagarasu. You mean you are the Yatagarasu? Yep. The most righteous of the righteous. A legendary great thief. I inherited the title only recently. I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as a second Yatagarasu. I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that. Don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works. Big plans, huh? It would happen to lead to a big arrest, would they? I knew it. There's just no reasoning with the prosecutor. Not a problem here. I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has interest in stealing petty trinkets, has no interest. It's one thing and only one thing I want to steal. Only one thing. What would that be? That's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here. Well, at least there's one thing we agree on. I'm sure I have plenty of time later to learn more about you. So, you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor? I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth. Aha! Now I remember. How can you remember something I just told you? She sure is cheery. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here. Okay, how do you get in the first place? Hmm? It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. What? No way, I don't hear you. La la la. Okay, you do remember where you came in from, right? Yeah, from window. It looks like that might be our only way out of this room. Oops, slight miscalculation. It's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit. I don't know, is this girl smart or dumb or just pretending to be dumb? I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can find another way out. Let's look at the head. What is this? Looks like the Bad Badger, and it's looking as bad as ever. Looks like a costume hat to me. Guess the Bad Badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh? The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? So where is the body? Also, like to know more about benefactor when I studied abroad in Germany. Director of the Amano Group. That's Amano. 21. For a day, age 17, self-protective. Blue Badger photo rally. They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally. Did you know? Plus, it's not just a Blue Badger, it's his whole family too. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh price. Oh, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that. That's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there's one was sitting against the wall in the haunted house. Seriously? But somehow, I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures with the costume ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game. How quaint. Aha. My phone, is it? Isn't this my phone? Looks like it's made through the audio intact. If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside. But we do have a way. Right here. There was a cell phone here this whole time? It's a really, really old one now. If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for a backup by now.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I'm so worried, sir.
I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all. You know, brain damage is not really that important.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I had lost sight of you. Totally, I could see through the haunted mansion, you know. With my x-ray eyes. Anyways,
Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now.
You don't have to worry about me about that, sir. I already got the boys working all day. In doing that, I sorta... Oh!
What's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Who is this? Shi Long Lang of Interpol. Shi Long Lang? This is an English pun, so I can't think of it as like a actual Chinese word. But what the hell is it supposed to mean? Shlong? Shlong? I don't know. It's just some sort of a PP joke or something. I don't know. Shlong Lang. Wait. I can't. No, if it's Chinese, it doesn't really mean anything as well. It might mean death dead dragon wolf, maybe, but that doesn't make any sense at all. A pleasure to meet with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime whether it's on a local or a global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Langzi says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You'll cause quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and getting caught. Jisk. You should have contacted police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we done catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you, eventually. You. What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No, my phone ran out of power. No way! It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live up to. After all, if we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out. What else do we need to examine? A head in here? Hey, there's something inside the box, bottom right box. Oh, wait, that's... Oh, that is K. Oh, I think it's the pink badger costume. Pink badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better study out on the whole badger clan with this. Proto badger, the very first badger. That badger, a vile criminal with a gun. The badger, an ally of justice who keeps the peace. Pink badger, know her unique pink bow, and also the cuffs. Think of it as a bible of all the things you ever need to know about the clan. This is a very I guess there's more pages to it, but the important page is here. Whatever. I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes. Certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty, which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. But aren't these badges the mascots of the police force? Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park, only because the Gatewater Group owes the police from all those cases they solved. They have all the power of the state, and they use it to make a theme park? It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped, double-looping roller coaster. It's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. Alright. I'm gonna look at the suspicious key. What we have here. Ah! Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look? Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something. Something tiny. Something is what is relevant to my interest. So look at the box here, I guess. I suppose this is the pink badger, but since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female? You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are. That's the only difference. And the fact that she's pink. Yes, and her lips are red. See? Lipstick. Okay. What? She has nothing to say about a giant pink ribbon? Is that too obvious? Okay. I guess we'll check everything. This is the blue badger I met at the main gate. Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. It's based off a very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter. I suppose as he continued to redesign him, Chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved. Are we comparing the Blue Badger to humans now? So I feel like this is the first time, or probably the only time, we're gonna hear Miles Edgeworth say cute. So this is the Blue Badger's rival, the Bad Badger, huh? Do you feel some sort of reverence towards this badger, okay? Ha! I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it. I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover. Good luck with that one. Look, it's the Blue Badger. I suppose even this thing can be popular with women. My nemesis. What in the... I should be reading it up. It's got the word badge right in his name. Nothing but bad news for someone like me. I think he's out there wandering around in this park. Isn't all of these mascots named Badger? Better be careful. He's going to arrest me by the power of his name alone. I somehow doubt that the Blue Badger has the power to arrest anyone. Indeed. I guess that's it. Some commentary. For the sake of commentary. And why did you have to put the windows so high up anyway? How is the thief supposed to make her daring escape? I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers. Haha, it's pretty clever. You make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. Yeah. Man, why did they have to make such ginormous lockers? Anyway, pretty big, yes. Even if we wanted to use the least lockers, we'd need some sort of foothold. Okay. How about the paints? Just gonna examine everything, just in case. Maybe we can use this paint to help us escape. What exactly do you have in mind? Well, we could paint help in the really giant letters. And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building. Okay, then how about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the police. Actually, that may not be a great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all. Let's try to find something other than this paint to use, shall we? I'm guessing I need to put things together. And escape. Yeah, this one. Focus. Tiny key. No! I can't see a clear connection. Can't the tiny key be for the big lockers? Okay. How about this door now? It seems that we won't be able to open this by ourselves. It seems quite thick. We can't just break it down. There must be another way out of here. Okay. Guess it's really going to be... The costumes of the Badger are kept in the isolation. Those boxes can be used as a foothold. No, of course not. Never mind then. Right. Kidnapping. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? After they locked you up in here, It sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. Just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here. After that, they left. It almost seems as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, we went into the next room. Let's see what we can find out through the slot. Okay. Ooh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from there. Aha. Can look at this. Is that what I think it is? It looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome. They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves. No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnels themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. The panel is held in place by a hook. Entrance to an underground room, perhaps? I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. Nothing unusual. There's a door there. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean I can probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. I guess there's nothing else to look at. There's a chairs, but I can't interact with the chairs. Oh wait. There's a beam next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold the propped up floor panel into place. Which reminds me. Did you find something useful, Miss Edgeworth? Perhaps. I found a very handy hint to how we'll get out of here. Oh, this thing. This is the beam I was tied to. What's up? I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over to the other window if we climb this. Good thinking. If it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me. Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, okay? Good luck. Count on it. Great thief Yatakarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies. Here I go. As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know. Alright, now I only examine this. The beam I was tied to. Open floor panel. The chunk. What's up? There's a thing underneath it. This hook on this beam. You know, I already tried, but there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's not possible. Huh. Wasn't about to just suggest that again. Rather, that it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Oh, I get it. We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was being hidden by this tarp. Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Now this is what I call a treasure. Let's look at it. Ah, this must be where the tiny key is used for. Ah, this must be another entrance to the secret, hidden basement. Totally smell treasure. Scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch. Alright. This thing is locked down tight. Oh, fiddlesticks. No worries. I have the key. I believe you're up, Kay. Huh? Why me? Because we need to use this tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to. Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big. I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now. Alright, I got the secret door open, and now... Heck, wait. What? Ah! Are you alright, Kay? I'm fine. Let her just sleep is all. Thank goodness. She's alright. I about had a coronary. There's a lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped down here, so I really doubt there's an exit. Ugh, I can't believe that happened. You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know. No way. I mean, how am I supposed to know that the ladder is removable? Da da da. Simple thing, I guess. I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay. Oh, so how are we going to pass out? It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. The underground ladder? What about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see. If we use this... Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. It's some sort of like a Dora Explorer blue shit here. Well, then what are we waiting for? Investigation complete. Alright, now we can get out of here. Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it into a resounding end. Oh, I don't recall this cowboy thing going on. The 10-gallon hat saloon, Wild West area. There's a cat. Oh, we are locked inside this place. It looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, and thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Mr. Ashworth!
Oh, it's me, Mr. Ashworth. I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out.
Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is?
Well, that's,
Count off. MIB, Men in Black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 9, 9. Shifu, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. Heh, what the heck do you think you're doing counting my curbs up like that? Every person is a valuable human being, get me? Everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. Oh, that's the sunglasses. No one is a 2 or 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Careful! Careful! Oh, this is Agent Lang. Oh, I gave him like a Hong Kong Cantonese accent, I think. You are Agent Lang, I take it. You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Grrr. Wang Zi says, a cop who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder.
So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Shina? This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh yeah, it is Dragon. It is Dragon Wolf. Shilong La. Oh, please accept mine as well, okay? I forgot to voice them. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. We all see that just now. That is the proper way for two people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life, got it? Ah, that's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zhengfa. Apparently this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha! But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. Oh, how dare you? How dare you say that about Mr. Edward? Are you saying you could solve it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliché. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Agby Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring. Francisca and a third person must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnap is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate with the... This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? You dare mocked me. You dare mocked the court. I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? Why? Why do I feel such an intense loathing emanating from him? How does his sunglasses work, man? Alright, man. Good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Line. Now, just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed. Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble, understand? Wait. Mr. Edgeworth. It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why, of all places, did he show up here? And completely out of blue at that. I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. I can't. The cat is the most important. I highly doubt I'll find a clue in here, but I might as well check, just to be sure. This better sure is heavy. You there, do you know what's inside of this thing? It's the emergency water supply for putting out fires. I see. But they certainly are well prepared. Okay. Excuse me, but you could just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders.
I suppose I have to deal with this impasse for now. It's the same with this guy. Let's talk to Ganshu, I guess. Great job, detective.
Sir,
For losing sight of me and the kidnapper, and allowing my investigation to be hijacked.
sir.
I look forward to your next month's salary assessment.
Oh no. But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be.
Shall I prepare the 21 gun salute now or later? Yeah. Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup?
Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my head.
Why did an Interpol agent show up instead, with an army of his own agents?
That I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir.
Agent Lang definitely has an agenda. So the question is, what is he after?
Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir.
Yes, what is it?
Can you increase my salary?
No.
Well, who is that? The girl over there, I mean.
And Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday.
What?
Funny, I don't recall making you...
Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me, it's been like that since forever.
Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role.
Can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we can't leave our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves all her sentence.
Oh, come on, it'll be fun. Like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your feet.
No way. I won't. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl.
Damn. Damn, Gumshoe takes his role as the assistant very seriously. Man, I can't come into any stealing at all with that detective around. I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity. It's alright. I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing. But you said, do you plan to steal something or not? The mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a little bit more. What are you going to do about your investigation into kidnapping? Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a little more complicated. Oh, come on. You can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand. So let's go. You're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let anyone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation. You don't like to listen, do you? Yes, you're any old great thief. I'm the Yatakarasu. As I said earlier, Yatakarasu is after one and only one thing. What is this one and only one thing then you're after? The Yatakarasu is only interested in one thing, and that is the truth. I see. It was 7 years ago. I was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatakarasu appeared and vanished at will. But we still don't know how much about this thief's ultimate goal. We do know the targets. The Yatakarasu like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once the target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of a three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatakarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatakarasu? But it can't be. Can it?
Lads, where are you, son?
Oh, it's Amano. Mr. Amano.
Oh, my boy. I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you've returned.
For you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. Also, why do you have money on your belt? After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office. I had a chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system.
No. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I'll even give you this pile of money I have. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. Did you know that's called nepotism?
Wait, not nepotism. I think it's called cronism. So who's the old man? He is the father of a currently kidnapped Lance Armano, Ernest Armano.
Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly.
I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Armano.
Hold on there. What happened to all that money?
I believe the $1 million has been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run.
What?
Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Ashworth? Forgive me, Mr. Armano. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time.
Oh, it was yesterday. Our call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy.
I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Armano.
You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that.
We definitely should have recorded that conversation, but not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Damn. Don't have to be that logical. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again?
I was telling you about let's help you get him back.
Oh no, I'm becoming Gumshoe.
Oh, we're telling you about let's help you get him back.
Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior.
Very well then. Lance is my only one son. And he turned 21 this year. He's very much like me when I was his age. And very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their heads off of him.
Is there anything else about him you notice of late?
So, now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver.
Your butler?
Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon.
I don't understand the pun.
He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with lads, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is.
Mr. Armano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon?
As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Bless's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him.
So, you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends?
They say they haven't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. I think this could have something to do with Lex's kidnapping.
It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure, not yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind. Huh. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Let's begin our investigation. Even if the inputable agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by twiddling our thumbs.
I'm with you, 100%, Mr. Ashworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin.
Mr. Amano, it was my fault that culprits escaped, which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself.
I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy.
Alright, well, what are we waiting for? Let's do some investigating.
If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it.
Investigation.
So, what should we be examining first?
Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. The culprits were here until only very recently. Viva! Thank you for the look. Which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped.
Okay, let's get looking.
Hey, you there!
Oh, me?
What are you doing golfing off in a place like this?
I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Ashworth kick off his investigation.
You imbecile! All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command.
No way! I'm not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Ashworth, can't you do something?
I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good, now let's go.
No!
Boy, have I just got a job for someone of your talents. Well, that was exciting. Okay. What? Can't you tell I'm ready to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Oh, come on. I finally get to be an assistant and you try to ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know? Like I said, I already stolen the position of assistant a while back. You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. It's a Yatagarasu way. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about. Fine, whatever. You win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. The talented assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say. Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Damn. Okay. Let's talk to the Blue Badger. He does his little dance. So cute. Hey, it's a Blue Badger. Badger, get! Okay. I really don't understand why she's so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. Okay. It's doing that contorted wriggling dance again. Aha! It's this guy! Ah! You've uncovered my undercover identity, sir! I was remained under that head, sir! Aren't you Officer Mickens? Sir! Mike Mickens, reporting for duty, sir! This man was a witness in one of the cases I had 2 years ago. About the only thing I remembered about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. I thought he was like a bailiff. He was like fired and became a bailiff. Now he's back in the force again. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer McGinnis, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir, because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. It's never a waste of time, sir. If a dream to become best week as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago. When the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled, and the kidnappers escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in. When I got here, there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't bear to spread my trademark friendliness and joy on to anyone. It would seem that some people never change. So, why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit? Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. It's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir. I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics. You've handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor. Okay, any clues? How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir. That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, it's possible Officer McGinnis saw the kidnappers escaping. But however, sir, I must tell you, I didn't see a thing, sir. I've asked you anything yet, officer? No. But I know you will, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer McGinnis, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. About 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. Haven't seen any suspicious looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone Blue Badger. What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer McGinnis says me contradicts. There's only one Blue Badger.
Take that!
Officer McGinnis, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir, of course, sir. If that's what you wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait. You said you saw a Blue Badger, correct? Yet, if you take a good look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the Blue Badger, Officer McGinnis, you should not have seen another Blue Badger wandering the premises. What? Sure. And that would mean there are 2 Blue Badgers walking around, but why? I see. So, can I go anywhere else? Inside the salon, the saloon. Excuse me, but could you let me through here? Sorry, can't let you through. Agent Large doors. Does I have to deal with this pass for now? Okay. I'll talk to the old man instead of talking to him already. Guessing I have this. Alright. Second Blue Badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly, the true identity of the person underneath is... I know. It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away. Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are... a Blue Badger, a Proto Badger, and a Bad Badger. Yes, those 3. So there are 3 phony badgers running around the park somewhere, huh? Ba-bum. So, let me investigate, I guess, anything. Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme. It looks so lifelike, don't you think? Are you thinking of wrangling or rather stealing them? If you can coax them out of there, sure. Come on, I know you can't sweet talk them out. I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand, and they won't even budge, Kay. Cactus. Look, there's a blurb about a cactus here. This cactus is a very gracious gift to the Gatewatland local police precinct. Can't believe the police went so far as to even donate a cactus to this place. So, is the police department running a cactus farm on the side? Just kidding. They wouldn't do something so silly. Actually, I have the vague impression I've seen a cactus farm at a precinct before. It's the other detective from the previous case. If these were real, I wonder what we've put in them. Water would be the obvious answer. But if you store water in a barrel under the blazing hot sun, would it go bad? People of that period probably didn't care about how it tasted. Sorry, but I can't let you get away with that making fun of our forefathers. I mean, maybe they really like that strange taste. Look, who's making fun of them now? Can talk to the cat again? I've got you now, you vile criminals. I think the kidnappers would have better sense than trying to hide in this. Oh, come on, lighten up, will ya? I was only joking. I don't really think that criminals will be hiding here, right in front of two officers. I certainly hope not. Oh, I'm dragged with a cat. Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here. I remember hearing rainfall out here while I was being held in there. Yep, it was just a passing rain. The spider ground has already pretty much dried up. I should be thankful. It left us with some nice footprint samples. You know what? I bet we followed them. We can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus we'll be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it'll be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. We don't know which ones belongs to the kidnappers. Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. You sure we don't know about that? Costume. Chong. Now that we know that kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning. Oh, you mean we now know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes. More than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are two sets here. They both look like possible candidates. This set is walking off to the west. Ah, it just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here. I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium. I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Huh? Quick, Miss Edgeworth, I got him! I got one of the culprits! No! I'm not a kidnapper, sir! Down, Kay. Clearly, those footprints belong to Officer Mickens. Our criminals were each wearing a costume. Ha! Maybe they came over to this garage for something. That's what I would suppose. Officer Mickens, if you could step aside for a moment. To examine the garage. Sir, Roger Wilco, sir. What's that? Let's open this shutter and see what we find. Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. Get the body. That's probably the butler, because all butlers look like that, right? What in the... We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man?
It's Oliver.
It's Armando. You saying that this man is...
Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened?
Indeed. Why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I'd better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. Kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage, right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? Bum bum, it's possible. In my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. Ah, nobody heard the gunshot. Sure account for someone who just found a body. It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in a span of 2 days. I won't rest until I inspect every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Look at the necklace, of course. This is an unusually shaped pendant. What is it? Is it something valuable? She seems to have regained some sort of composure. Looks like a horse pendant. Got an antique feel about it. It's really pretty. Hold on. It's made of platinum silver. Nice. It is worth something after all. Ooh, and look, there's something written on the back. Colin Devore. It's a name. Colin Devore? Devourer? I don't know, man. Colin Devore. But this man's name is not Colin Devore. As long as the Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what else I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshots wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder. So that means he was shot twice? No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound. Nice. I knew you could figure it out. Comes with experience. I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity. Anything else? Not the vehicle beside him. I guess the only thing left to deduce is the necklace. But I don't have anything to deduce with the necklace. So 3 costumes. Where is the where is the costume? I guess that's the question. Right? So is or is there you can piece anything? No, I can't. There's nothing else to check, right? Yeah, I think the stolen evidence is the stolen costumes. This piece of evidence solves this whole case. Really? You think so? Because to be honest, I don't really see how it solves anything. Unless it can be from jumping from camping to murder. Yeah, that's it. Ah, I can't believe I made such a large blunder. If this little girl could point it out. Right, so what is it? Logo, bullshit, looks like a horse pendant. Platinum silver. Something with it. Colin Devore, it's a name. Colin Devore, but this man's name is Oliver Eakins. Right? This man's name is Oliver Deacon. It's not reverse or anything, it's an anagram. Devore, Colin. Yeah, it's like an anagram. It's his name. Switch up. What else can I do? I feel like it's... I'm dumb. I feel dumb. That's the only thing I can say. Okay. I guess I have to see a walkthrough because I'm stumped. Oh, okay. It is just this. There's something not right about the name on that pendant. The victim is Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name on the pendant is Colin Devore. Wonder what's up with that? I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Investigation complete. Stick to my guts feelings. Lance, where are you, sweetie? Oh, it's... sorry. Excuse me, but you are... Why does it feel like she's drawn very differently? Also, that giant ring. Dump. Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him you're in love with. Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation. Might you be a friend of Lance. Also, I guess Edward is like really good looking since like majority of women just falls in love with him. Wait, sorry. Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops. Lauren Pops? I don't know, like Pop? Pops? Pops goes a weasel? I don't know, man. His girlfriend. Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and we're not lovers or anything. Well, we haven't got that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it. So I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. Aha. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character. Ugh. May I inquire as to why you are here? I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately. I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about that kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. Oh, Lance. I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fan maiden love routine. How convenient, right? So, Miss Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. Slang! My man brought me up to speed over the radio. And I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Miss Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Okay. Hey, you're waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. What, sir? I had nothing to do with it, sir. Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins?
Ha! I leave that kind of stuff to your prosecutors. It's your job after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer. I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest a suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got blemish or two in our hearts. It's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes. Who bet you don't call the shots around here? As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man of false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement? Yo, how dare you speak so disrespectfully to our shifu? Hold it. Neon.
Okay.
Hey, it works.
Okay, I we're timed very fast.
Neon.
Okay.
Auto. Shout out, guys. It's really cool.
So, how much do you remember about a Tekken video game?
I know the. Wow, it crashed. Echo called it.
Crash. Hey. I probably should like put it as random because it's set as the highest viewed clip or something. Yes, welcome. Oh no, ads. Yes, there is ads currently. But yeah, in any case, thank you for the raid. I hope you enjoyed your stream. It was fun playing Starfield. And anyone else came by here? I'm Jake Light, Gaming Light Service. Just playing a little bit of Ace Attorney. I got a raid and running, so I have to go to get some sleep for work. Alright, Nia, take care. Have a good rest. And thank you for the raid again. Yes. Oh, now it's raining super heavily right now. I'll continue a little bit more, but we'll also end it soon. Hold it! You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Langzi says, every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is the true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Oh, my line of logic! Also, I guess Langzi is like a parody of Sun Tzu. I'm guessing it just means wolfy or something like that. A wolf. Shilong Lang's logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Now, unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? That is your reasoning. Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment. What's this philosophy of detainment? Ha! You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Why the wolf? Because in my language, Lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor,
Langzi. Okay. You think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he is that famous? Langzi developed as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhengfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies. But thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Everything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to the test. You want to put it to the test? I think that's how it should be said. Can say also short to cause if you get it right. Let me press this.
Hold it!
Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion.
Now go back!
Heh, don't pat yourself on the back yet. What's that supposed to mean? Okay. Langzi says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you know about the killer?
Hold it!
It would appear you've studied a little of our laws. Studied? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? It's that... Shta! The Federal Firearms Restrictions Act. That's it. The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. That woman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information.
Hold it!
If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh. Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. Power of sheer numbers. But you have to yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey, yo, show me your gun. Oh. What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun. Did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already. Sir, I lost my gun, sir. How could you be so irresponsible? Ha 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 ha. In the end, it looks you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the only one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim. So, you think that the Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. I guess either we have something to present only already, or we need to press more. Ambushed the victim in his garage and killed him where he's with his gun. This says nothing about that. This explains nothing about whatever. This is just a head. This is a horse engraving. It has the name behind it. Other than that, I don't see anything suspicious. If he was ambushed, Why would the bullet hole be from in front, right?
Objection!
Yeah, that's it. Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that's simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself. While you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? Yeah. So, you did notice that there was a little too little blood. You still wish to claim that Officer McGinnis committed a murder here? Because this isn't a crime scene. And if it was your man who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird? How so? Hey yo! Our squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What are you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk. Sir, I really take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pact obligations so lightly? Officer McGinnis is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something? Mr. Ashworth, please, sir. Save me the way you did earlier, please. Please, sir. Officer McGinnis, this gives us a detailed account of what happened. Sir, not you too. Okay. It's true, sir. I was assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role, selling dreams to the children, sir. If I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. What is this Blue Badger mobile? It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the Blue Badger mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop? Mobile, damn. Blue Badger mobile, damn. Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant. Also, is there anything particular about this one? Not really. He seems rather worked up, even though than his usual hyperactive self. He sure seems sure of what he's saying. Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer? Sir! Roger, sir. Alright. What's inside? So to check every square inch of the main gate area. So went looking for the kidnappers while saying but I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to children. Wanna press this maybe? What exactly do you mean by selling dreams? Sir, the Blue Badger mobile is where dreams are collected. What? Sweetness, like you've never known except in dreams, ma'am, like innocent drops. And bitterness found only in nightmares, ma'am, like guilty jobbers. Telling those as I push the Blue Badger mobile along is my sworn duty, ma'am. Okay. Is there something wrong with the Blue Badger? As in, why is this parked inside the place, is it? Is that what I'm getting at? Mobile shop on 3 wheels was parked inside the Wild Wild West area. Okay, you got too caught up in dreams. What exactly do you mean by that? You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers. No, sir. Of course not, sir. I would never do something like that, sir. You're absolutely right. Wow, you're good at this forcing people to confess things, Mr. Edward. But Frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir.
Hold it!
Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony. Yes, sir. Okay, can you elaborate on that? How did you wind up all the way over here? I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. One of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had run away from the child's painful dropkicks, and before I knew it, the good old dropkick. I dished out my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always the best way you felt one really connected with your opponent. In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation. Sir, that's right, sir. It's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. Sounds like he simply forgot about his real job and became a Blue Badger. There is one flaw in Mr. Officer Meekin's story. I have a feeling that he'll need some prodding before he'll spill the beans. I guess I'll continue pressing more. Alright then, where were you assigned to? I was assigned to the main gate, sir. It must mean the area with a bridge and the outrageous fountain. Okay then, then why are you here in the Wild Wild West area? It's because of a very deep reason, ma'am. Okay, every inch of the main gate. Describe for me how you conducted your investigation. Yes, sir. Well, first, I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Now, what did you expect when you're dressed like a Blue Badger? I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so... Okay. So I'm looking for kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badgers. We call up in Zero, selling dreams to children, sir. I found myself in this area, sir. If you're selling Blue Badger mobiles to children, how did you manage to... How is the car parked in the garage now? I guess that's the question, right? Parked in the blah blah blah. So is this the right answer? Then yeah, it's this one. It's this one. Objection! Officer Mickens, I would appreciate if you didn't tell such transparent lies. Sir? I'm lying, sir? Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badger mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage? Oh, actually, I just had lost track, sir. Lost track of what? By the time I realized it, the Blue Badger mobile was nowhere to be found, sir. Which would mean it was perhaps stolen. And that's when I came back to this area, thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. That's when you found me, Miss Ashworth, sir. A likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? What exactly is so convenient about this story? The car getting stolen. That's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used alright. Who moved a dead body? What? You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the Blue Badger mobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me. It wasn't me, sir. The killer, sir. It wasn't me, sir. Agent Lang, wait. What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. Can't say we all know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, schmold, I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of your prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You boorish buffoon. I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy, and you guys are getting in the way. You would interfere with another one of my investigations. Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. Ugh. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. Oh. Now, be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. Damn. To be continued. Bum, bum, bum. Sorry, Mickens. I'll save your ass. Anyhow, this will be it. That was some nice ending, I guess. Cliffhanger, kind of. It's always a cliffhanger. What am I saying? Yes, this will be it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the stream or VOD. If you like it, maybe, like, subscribe, follow, do all things to support me able to do this more and more. But yeah, it's fine. If you enjoy it, it's alright as well. Yes, thank you. Until next session. Bye bye. See you all. Bye.